Were you ever trading for a shop, but then someone said, shops aren't tradable? Yeah, today we're talking about non-tradable items, which obviously mean they're not able to be traded. Hope you all enjoy. Alright, so pets originally weren't tradable. Probably a majority, or at least half of you would know this. Pets became at first sellable with the introduction of shops in September 2019, but then got tradable like a few months later, maybe March 2020. Either way, pets are tradable now, and people trade for them all the time, and I think that's a good thing, right? Well, the reason why pets were originally not tradable was probably because they're similar to animals in dens. You know, you can't trade animals in dens, and you probably will never be able to, because stuff like the den and animal tokens exist now, which kinda work like animal trading in a way. Another thing that was originally not tradable before was, well, potions, which I don't really have to say much about, but also music. So stuff like the Gingerbread Jingle music was originally for real money. It wasn't a Sapphire bundle yet because those didn't exist yet, till like the horse bundle. That was the first Sapphire bundle. But yeah, so anyone that had Gingerbread Jingle, the music, had it stuck on their account unless they wanted to recycle it. And that's what a majority of these items on this list are, until they got tradable, obviously. And that wasn't just Gingerbread Jingle. There was a few other music tracks. This all changed in April 2016. You may be asking why I'm in an aquarium den right now. Well, the reason why is because we're gonna talk about these fish items. These fish items are not tradable, except for the laser shark, but this is a little complicated. So the laser shark was released in the submarine bundle, and it's also for sale here in this shop right now. For some reason, it's a separate item. Like, these laser sharks are just a land den item, which means they could be traded. But if you buy one of these for the ocean, like one I have right here, these are not tradable, which is kind of weird. But yeah, all of these different items, which honestly some of them are pretty cool. I would love to use like this phantom treasure chest right here as just a normal den item, but unfortunately that's not the case. This submarine is also pretty cool. There's a lot of cool items that are in this den that aren't tradable, and I mean, these phantom items are also seasonal, so they only come back once a year, so if you want them, you're gonna have to wait as well. So for now at least, these aquarium items aren't tradable. Maybe it'll change one day, who knows. While we're talking about general items, let's also mention the shops, obviously. I got you with the hook. Yes, shops are not tradable, none of them are, they never been. And it's obvious why they aren't tradable, because if they were tradable, then it would break how shops are working. They would have to figure out a way to like make sure no items are in there or whatever, and that would just be too complicated, so they just made shops not tradable, and I think that's a good decision. So now that we got over general items and stuff that exists, we could talk about specific items that for some reason aren't tradable. The first of which is the Phantom Rift Contribution Plaque. This item came out in 2020 for the Halloween event, and it's a pretty cool item. It looks kind of like a masterpiece in a way. It has a frame, which this frame doesn't exist as a masterpiece, but it has a nice looking frame, and it also shows how many paint seeds you detonated during the event. And it also shows the date where it all happened, which was October 30th. It actually wasn't October 30th, it ended a few days early, but they already printed October 30th on it, so they just kept it there. But either way, this item isn't tradable, so probably the main reason why is if you weren't there on that day, then, well, you don't need it. But some of my spare accounts got this item, even though they didn't detonate a single paint seed. So if you were just logging on during this time, you would have got it. And if you really want to, it is recyclable, but why would you want to recycle this cool looking item? It's cool in general. The only thing that sucks about it is you can't click on it. So if you really want to zoom into the picture, you have to put a masterpiece underneath. I like to use the frameless masterpiece underneath, and then you can zoom in and it works. Another item, this item I do not have one of, but I will go to someone that does have it. All right, the Film Festival plaque came out from their film festival contest that they had a few years ago. I didn't enter this for some reason, and I'm still kind of crying about it because this event also gave out the videographer plaque, which is obviously a plaque that I don't have. And I don't even have it on the wish list yet because you can't search it up in the chat. But that's a tangent. The film festival plaque is pretty cool because it changes your username depending on what den it's in. So, for example, I'm in Leora's den, so it says Leora's username, of course. But if it was in my den, for example, it would say my username, which is Bradstormer. And I'm not sure why they made this untradable. It's probably because the owner wouldn't want to trade anyway. It'd be too rare of an item or something, so they made it non-tradable. But the videographer plaque is tradable, so I'm not exactly sure what they did there. I might as well make a little comment about this middle one. This first place version of the plaque I don't think was given out during the film festival thing. It was given out for something else related to the Jambassadors, because again, this isn't possible to get 3 of the same plaque, because if you won the film festival you only got one film festival plaque. Yeah, these items aren't tradable, and even if you see it on a wish list, you cannot add it to your own without searching it up in the chat, because it will say something like, you cannot trade this item. It's kind of weird. Let's talk about pets. There's only one pet that nowadays cannot be traded, and that pet is the free either kitty or puppy you get from the little promotion that they do. I chose a kitty. So here he is right here. These are not token, they're not sapphire, they're not tradable. They are recyclable now. Originally they weren't, but you can recycle it if you really want to. These tabby kitties and puppies, they're all not tradable, probably because if they were tradable, people would be farming them for rainbow versions of the pets, which is the modern landscape, let's just be honest. The only reason why the puppy's tail puppies are untradable is because of it being in the game like 2017, so it's already grandfathered in, and it also takes a while for someone to actually beat Puppy's Tail, so that's the reason why those are tradable, which is good. So technically, if you still want to farm for a rainbow pet, you can, but it's going to take you multiple hours. If you wanted to just log on to spare accounts and take the tabby kitty after making an account, well, that's not possible. At most, you could get 1 or maybe even 2 if you get a new jammer account of the same pet. These do not count towards different tabby numbers as well. This is a totally different species. So yeah, because of rainbow pets and being able to farm for accounts, that's the reason why this thing isn't tradable, unfortunately. I would love to have more of these because they're, again, the same coloration system as token pets, but you're able to re-roll them much quicker. So I'm able to get cool colors like this cute yellow one I have here, and I have like a full white one on another spare account, but I can't trade them over because obviously they're not tradable. Choose your tabby kitty or puppy correctly. Be sure to choose the right choice. I would say, because you have unlimited rerolls or whatever, try to get a semi-solid one like the one I did here. It's pretty cute. If you see a color combination that you like, take it. Just remember that it will be soulbound to your account forever unless you recycle it. Isn't that fun? But yeah, there are other untradable items probably. I just can't think of them right now. If you have any idea of a untradable item that I didn't talk about during this video, please put it in the comments and I will, like, I don't know, maybe make a pinned comment or something saying some more. And if you like my content, then why not subscribe? And with that, this is Bradstormer storming out.